Here are 7 principles for teenagers to become millionaires. These are principles I've lived by my entire life and I've never talked about them, so I'd like to now share them with you. The first principle is that the only limits to where you can go in life are the limits that you place on yourself. When you're growing up, so many people are going to try to place limits on you. They're going to tell you that you need to work in this job. They're going to tell you that your dreams are unrealistic. They're going to tell you that you should quit trading. You should quit trying to start a business and you should just go do what they want you to do. Do not listen to these people. The reason they're telling you this is because this is what they want to do with their life, or this is what they want to do with their friends. And they're projecting what they want to do with their life onto your life because they know how much potential you have and they're trying to limit your potential because they're afraid of how big you can get. They're afraid that you're going to live into your fullest potential and that you're going to make them look so small. And they're trying to bring you back down to their level. So do not listen to these people at all. Dream very big and place huge, huge limits on yourself. If you want to make it in life, you're going to have to be a little bit crazy. So if somebody's looking at you and they're telling you that your goals sound crazy, you're probably on the right track. The second principle, which kind of goes with the first one, is to not take advice from people who are not where you want to be in life. This one is huge, 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 especially when you're young. When you're young, people think that they can just give you advice because they're older than you. And you'll know this because you'll get advice from the bus driver, you'll get advice from your teacher, you'll get advice from everybody. And sometimes you got to be willing to look at people and to say, hey, I don't really want to take your advice because you don't have the life that I want to have. Therefore, I'm not going to listen to you telling me what to do with my life because my life is going to look different than your life. This is not being mean. This is not being cocky. This is simply looking at reality as it is. If you're watching this video, I know one thing about you. You want to improve your life. You want to get better at something. A lot of people in life do not get better. They literally just stay where they're at their entire life and they live the same exact day on repeat. I was sitting in school one day and I was filling out this little thing where I was saying what I wanted to do when I got older, and one of my teachers came by and started giving me career advice. A thought popped into my head. If I want to make millions of dollars and this person only makes $50,000 a year, I should not be taking advice about my finances and about my career from this person. Not because they're a bad person, but simply because they are not where I want to be in my life. The third principle, and this is so important for you young guys. You are who you surround yourself with. Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. This is so true. The reason this is true is because humans subconsciously form habits that are based on the habits of those they hang out with. For example, if you hang out with people who drink a lot and who do drugs and who make really bad decisions, you're going to do some of that stuff. Even if you don't think you're doing it, you're going to start acting like them. You're going to start using some of their lingo because you're around them and you're spending a ton of time around them. The flip side is also true. If you're hanging out with a bunch of millionaires and people who have businesses and people who are building their life, you're going to start to do what they're doing because your brain is going to look at their behavior and it's going to go, oh, that's normal. I need to be doing that. Humans are very tribal creatures. Think back to the caveman days. We were always surrounding ourselves with tribes. Humans are very tribal creatures. We will do what our tribe does. If you're in a winning tribe, then you will be a winner. If you're in a losing tribe, then you will not only be a loser, but you will actually limit your potential to become a winner because your friends will be so below you that they will never want to see you rise up. If your friends don't make you feel like shit sometimes, then you probably have the wrong group of friends. I knew I was in the right group of friends when I would pull up to dinner every single night and everybody had supercars except for me. This motivated me so much because 1, I love cars, and 2, I couldn't live life every day knowing that people were able to get this thing and I didn't have this thing. So I was just constantly motivated and focused to get what I wanted to get. The fourth principle is you have to see what you want with a very clear view. You can't just manifest it or you can't just think about it. You have to literally look at what you want and imagine the feeling that you will have when you are experiencing your dream life. Let me give you a couple examples of this. I used to go look at supercars for hours and hours, even when I couldn't afford them, because I knew one day I was going to be able to afford them. I was literally acting like I was shopping for a supercar so that my brain would accept that one day I would be able to shop for a supercar. I also want you to get very specific about what your dream life looks like. How much money are you making? What car are you driving? Where are you living? What kind of habits do you have? All of these things are very important. The version of yourself that is living your dream life is probably doing some things that are a little bit different from what you're doing right now. And if you can figure out what those things are, change them and become that version of yourself before you're actually living that life, you will get there much faster. The fifth principle, your parents do not believe in you and they will not believe in you until you show them proof that you can actually accomplish what you said you're going to accomplish. Your parents want the safest possible life for you. This means they don't want you to take risks. This does not mean our parents are bad or we have to get mad at our parents. This simply means that our parents want us to have a safe life because they want us to have a predictable, steady life and they want to know that we're always safe. But we are entrepreneurs, we are traders, we are risk takers, so for us to get where we want to go, we have to take some risks. Our parents don't see the exact vision of our life that we see, so they may not be as supportive in the beginning because they just simply don't see what we see. This should give you extra motivation to work hard and to get some results so that you can take these results, show them to your parents, and then have your parents actually believe in you and support you. Once you start making money from whatever it is you're doing, your parents will support you. The reason your parents don't support you right now is simply because they're scared. They're scared that you're going to fail and that they're going to be the parent that had the kid that was a fuck up. So let me ask you, are you going to be that kid? Are you going to be a fuck up? Or are you going to be a winner? And are you going to show your parents what you can do? Sixth principle, a 9 to 5 is better than being broke. I see so much hate on 9 to 5 these days, and honestly, a lot of it's complete bullshit. If you are a 16-year-old kid, it is much better for you to be working a job than for you to sit in your house all day, play Fortnite, and watch TikTok. If you want to tell me that you're already making money from your side hustle and you can already support yourself and pay your bills, that's okay. But if you're completely broke and if you have no money coming in, I highly recommend getting a 9 to 5. When I was in high school, I worked at a restaurant and it helped me a ton. One, it kept me super focused because everybody else was partying and I was just working. I wasn't making a lot of money, but at least I was doing something that was improving my life and was not deteriorating and worsening my life. When I was in high school, I worked the 9 to 5 at a restaurant and it actually helped me a ton. The first thing it did is it kept me out of trouble. As a kid, I'm not gonna lie, I like to party, but I like to make money more. So when I could choose to either work or to go party, I would always choose to work, and I honestly didn't even really have a choice because my boss would just tell me to come work and I didn't have a choice. So I would show up and I would work and I would stay locked in, so I was still on this path of bettering myself and of making money while everyone else was partying and ruining their lives. It also gave me a nice little stack of cash that I could use to start trading. If I did not work a 9 to 5, I never would have gotten to where I am now because I would not have had any money to invest. The last principle, you have a different goal, so you're on a different path. I know it feels fucking lonely right now, and I know you're sitting here watching this video and your friends are probably out at the club or they're doing something and you feel like you're wasting your life and you're missing out on fun. I promise you, you're not missing out on anything. That dream life you want, that life you want to live, is so good, and it's so much better than anything you can imagine. You have to remember, you want to live a different life than everybody else. You want the supercars, you want the mansions, you want to be able to travel whenever you want millions of dollars. This means that you're going to have to do different things than everybody else. Most people do not live their dream life. This means that you should not be doing what most people do. Anytime you feel out of place or lonely, remember this. You are on a different path. Your goals are so much bigger than the average person's goals, which means that your sacrifices also have to be bigger than the average person's sacrifice. There's a phase that a lot of you are going through right now, and it's called the lonely phase. It's the phase where your current results aren't good enough to get you into a new group of friends, but you're away from your old group of friends because you're trying to better yourself. So you're in this weird little cross period where you don't quite have a new group of friends, but you're still away from your old group of friends, so you're pretty lonely. Everybody has went through this period. I went through this period, all your favorite celebrities have went through this period, all your favorite businessmen have went through this period, everybody has went through this period. One thing I told myself while I was on this journey is that I was on a different path and I had different goals, so I would have to do different things to get to where I want to go. This gave me a lot of confidence, and it also helped me handle the ups and downs because I knew that that goal I was going towards was going to be so great and everything was going to be worth it. If you implement these 7 principles, I promise you that you will be able to get much farther than your friends and you'll be able to reach your goals much faster than you thought. If you want to talk to me and learn exactly how I trade, I do have a community that you can join using the link in the description of this video. Thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe if you want me to make more videos, and I'll see you all soon.